Good morning. We're in week 3 of the season and making some progress on this in-game data collection, which is, I wanted to just take a minute and let everyone know where we're at on that. So the goal of this is primarily the app hitting approach, which collects pitch-by-pitch data and information on pitch-by-pitch. And so at the end of every game, a hitter would get this report on every pitch he saw during the game, and it would require the hitter to engage with the data to say whether it was a good decision or not, was it a good plate appearance, what could they have done differently, etc. So that would happen after every game for every pitch, every at-bat of the game. So an incredible step forward in terms of making sure players understand what's happening in the game and take some accountability for the game performance. Same thing on the pitching side. Pitching side, it's like, every pitch thrown is charted, and by type of pitch. Was it, all pitches, four-seam fastball, curveball, etc. So type of pitch, and then down at the bottom, data on whiff rates, chase rates, that kind of stuff. And then again, another assessment by the pitcher on things that were they able to control their emotions? Did they perform well on the mound? What went well? What went poorly? What adjustments they need to make? So really important data that honestly only the higher levels of college baseball are getting right now. So that's why we're doing this. So I wanted to start out by just how to log into Hitting Approach in case anyone missed that early on. The login is mark.gallion@stlgamers.net, and the password is gamers2023 with a capital G. I wanted to emphasize that we don't really care about the opposing team when we're charting pitches and Hitting Approach. So I know that some teams put in a lineup for the opposing team, and we don't need to do that because really we just care whether it's a lefty pitcher, righty pitcher, lefty hitter, righty hitter. We're not keeping any data for the opposing team hitters. Just to check that, when you go to from this screen, go to the opposing team, OPP, click on Manage Roster, and just make sure that you don't have like a bunch of random players that have been put in here from the first couple weekends of using the app. Then to score a game, you just go to the plus sign down at the bottom. We're always scoring 2 opposing teams, the bottom choice, 2 opposing teams. And the opponent, you pick the opponent and you pick your team. Put it on regular season so all that data is captured in the same season type, and you start the game. And then the other video kind of kicks in there. Generally, guys have done a pretty good job of keeping score when the app is working, and I think it should be working on everyone's iPad now. After the game, so you'll end the game, click on the little gear button at the bottom right, and click on tap to save all data to cloud, and it will sync to the server. You have to be on Wi-Fi to do that, but I would just use the same Wi-Fi that the Game Changer's on to do that. And you can the data doesn't take long to sync up at all, but you need to sync it up or no one's going to be able to look at it. So that needs to happen. Then the final point on Hitting Approach is the pitch types. So let me go ahead and chart a pitch here. I'm just going to log a bullpen session, and, just make it a righty. Actually, I'll go ahead and do a game. So pitch, and then you got this long pitch type here. Now, this is pretty advanced. Really, all we care about is fastball, breaking ball, changeup. if a kid definitely has a 2-seam versus 4-seam fastball, a lot of times that's hard to tell. A lot of times it just comes off his fingers and hands differently. So I wouldn't, don't let the players get too caught up in pitch type. It's either fastball, changeup, or breaking ball. Breaking ball, just either pick slider or curve and go for that the rest of the game instead of differentiating whether the kid's actually throwing a slider versus a curve. It's probably just it's coming off his hand differently. So for our age groups, fastball, breaking ball, and in fact, I would just for breaking ball, I would just use slider. So fastball, slider, change, and take it from there.